Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and today I have a new release to share from Cat Scrappiness. Now this is just half of the Valentine's Day release or Valentine's release for 2023. The other half that will come soon will have the stamps and coordinating dies and pattern papers. In this first half, we have a lot of the standalone dies, which are really fantastic. And even though it is part of a Valentine's release, I really think once you see these, you'll also notice that a lot of them can be used for different occasions all year long. So this first one off the top here is Happy Avo after dies. So kind of like avocado, but avo after. And it actually, if you have the previous release, You Guac My World stamp set, these would be really fitting to go with that. It's a good companion set. And super adorable. You have the different um avocado slices, and so you can see here the three different ones that you've got. These have a debossed heart and different smileys on them, and then this is just a plain one with separate heart dies that you can use as well as additional embellishments on your card. And then the next set, this one's super cute too. So sort of in that same idea of pairings. This is actually this is super cute. It's called Stuck on You, and it's a set of really cute cacti. So you've got, it's all one die. There's some debossed detailing, there are some cutouts here, and the hands do look like they cut. So you could actually tuck something behind the hands, say, maybe you can create some flowers and have one of them holding some flowers in its hands. And so really adorable. Plus you get the dies to actually create a flower pot, which you can, it's big enough, this flower pot, where you can set them both inside, and it's layered, so you can have the different sort of the piece that would go behind them to show that they're actually inside the pot, in between, the frontmost and the backmost, and then you've got the rim of your pot, which you can layer on top of that base piece there. And again, some additional hearts that you can use as accents too. Then the next sets are pretty cool, and you'll see how universal these can really be. So this one is called Pop the Bubbly, so you can definitely see the theme there. And then this one is Say Yes. Now they're both really fantastic. You could combine them for wouldn't this be a fun way to propose to somebody? So there's your diamond ring. You have the different layers to put it inside this engagement ring box, and decorate the box, put the ring inside there. And ladies and gentlemen out there, if you're planning to pop the question, it would be super cute to have a card go along with it, maybe, and have your loved one open up the card to find this. Wouldn't that be fun? And it would be a nice keepsake to kind of mark the occasion. And then the bubbly die set, I think both would be good if you know somebody who just got engaged too. This would make for a really nice engagement card. It could be, if you're the one who got engaged, you could send out a card that's sort of a, we're engaged kind of card. So there's lots of different ways to use that, and I think the box by itself is super cute. You could put different things popping up inside this box. So, think putting like a little ballerina, a little critter coming out of it, anything really. It's very general. It doesn't necessarily have to be a jewelry box. So think beyond just the engagement ring and think about what else you could be putting in the box. And then the champagne bottle I think is super cute because this can definitely be maybe a New Year's card or a anything celebratory. So a retirement card would be great. You could do a birthday card. Maybe it's a big milestone birthday. And so you can make this sort of a champagne bottle. And you've got your glass here, so you could do two glasses sort of toasting. You have the top of the bottle, so you could maybe cut this out of some gold foil card for the top. This is the label of your bottle, and then some different accents. So really, really fun. These two I feel like are great for Valentine's Day, but as you can see, there's lots of different occasions you can be using them for. And then the next few, I think are just very general purpose. They obviously, once you see them, can be used for Valentine's Day, but I do feel like these are just good general dies to have. So these first two are different doilies. So this one here is Sweetheart Doily, and you've got a nice scalloped circle die, and then on top of that, you can layer this die, which just cuts an outline that has the hearts all along the border. So that is your Sweetheart Doily. And this second die, the smaller of the two dies, it does not have an inside cutting edge. So it's going to cut that lovely border, but this area in the center is going to be solid. Then this one here, similar but different, because this one is called Layered Heart Doily. And how this one is different is, first off, these scallops here are a little bit more pronounced. It's a little bit more subtle here. So you have a more pronounced scallop, and again it's circular. The second die though is actually it's more of a border or a ring, because this does have a full inside and outside cutting edge. And what's fantastic about this one is when you die cut this out, you'll get the frame of hearts, but then each of these individual hearts will drop out, and so you're gonna have a bunch of little hearts as well, which you can use on the same project or save it for a different project. Use it as confetti fill. It is rather large. They aren't super teeny tiny, so I think they would be great as additional accents. But you can actually presumably, because it's called layered, I haven't used it yet, but you can layer this right on top there, and you'll get a little bit of a two-tone, because through this heart area you'll be able to see this piece, and in the center here, which has a really neat effect because it's cut to the bottom point of the hearts, so you almost have like a starburst effect in the center here. And so you'll be able to see this layer as well if you layer the two up. And of course you can use these individually or combine them and use them together. So you can see how this, you could use the scalloped circle for both of these by themselves. It's just a really nice layering or basic shape die. But then you have some different options for actually making it look a little bit more like a doily, and adding the heart detailing, which great for Valentine's Day, but of course, also good for any time of year because it just represents, showing love and that you care. And then the last two, well, I'll show them one by one. And this one is an A2 intertwined stitch heart die. And so this one is really great because you could, if you wanted, create a shaker card from this. It would be really cute. And if you sort of section these off, you could even fill each heart with a different color of shaker bit. So I think that would be really fun. And then it's got the stitched detailing as well, and it's going to fit really nicely onto an A2 size card. So I have this is just a A2 panel, and just so that you can see, I'll see if I can pop it off the sheet here. When you're popping your dies off, fold the paper. Don't bend the die. So I'm just folding the paper back. But look how well that fits. So you don't really need much more than just this die to fit onto an A2. And similarly, let's just take a look at these. Because these doilies are a really nice size as well. And I think they'll fill an A2 size card pretty well, where you're not gonna have to add too much more than maybe a sentiment or a stamped image in the center. So look at that. So great size for an A2 die or A2 size card. So those are very, I think just very universal. Of course, with hearts, you might immediately think Valentine's Day, but hearts are very general purpose. I feel like nothing here actually spells out Valentine's Day or is imagery like a cupid that would really, you'd really have to kind of stretch to make that work for an occasion outside of Valentine's Day. Lots of these can be used, even the cactus, they could be used as just showing friendship also. So I really love it. Now this one, you can see, is very general purpose, and this is the Sunray backdrop die. And again, lovely A2. It's gonna cut out your full A2 panel. So if you use this, it will cover your entire card front for a US A2 size card. And we got something a little bit similar with the coffee release, where there was a coffee cup in the center here. So it's really nice to get the general one without the coffee cup, because now you can theme it however you like. So this is probably the most general purpose die. It's just a really nice background die. And what's lovely about it is you could paper piece, because these pieces that fall out here are going to be rather large, so it's going to be an easy one to kind of paper piece back in. So imagine maybe doing a rainbow here. You could, maybe this could be a really good pattern paper scrap buster as well. And you could just lay on top of each section some scrap pattern paper, and then sort of have a quilted look of different pattern papers. So really lovely. New to the shop. I'll leave links to everything in the description box below if you are curious to check anything out. And when I craft with these products, I will be sure to link those videos in my cat scrappiness playlist. So that's where you can check out all of my various projects where I feature and highlight cat scrappiness products. And I'll leave a link to that playlist at the end of this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time, happy crafting and have a fantastic day. Bye.